Yo, can I get in on this? I want another one, two. 1, 2. Oh, you thought it was through. This was just one assignment, boo. Judge checking with God, getting next instructions. You need an advocate, reach out, he might be coming.
This young black king needs no introduction. When he shows up, haters hate seeing him coming.
And no, he's not Malcolm, he's not Martin either. He got his own style.
Ja-da-da-ya, we see ya. This crew, they not looking for the credit. Advocates on the move. This crew, shifting the atmosphere. Advocates on the move.
And when he comes through, you know they coming too. Hey yo, INA, where you at? What it do? They got receipts, they got them files. They gon' investigate an advocate, holding it down.
And when it comes to intel, you know they showing out. You're smiling in Jed's face.
Hold up, check that file. Don't run up on them either, they always in the crowd. INA got his back, you don't know when they around.
This crew, they not looking for the credit. Advocates on the move. This crew, shifting the atmosphere. Advocates on the move.
And then there's Jed's mother, you know she gon' speak. She praying for the people, prophesying what she see.
Jed, God got you covered, he's holding you down. He's showing you his favor, his mercy, his power.
So always stay humble, give God your best. Remember you're a man, ain't no S on your chest. You know where help comes from when you're up or you're down. That crew runs deep, keep the real ones around.
This crew, they not looking for the credit. Advocates on the move. This crew, shifting the atmosphere. Advocates on the move.
Yeah. That crew runs deep, keep the real ones around. Keep the real ones around. INA runs deep, keep the real ones around. Keep the real ones around. The real ones around. INA runs deep, keep the real ones around. Yo.
Yo. Good morning. How y'all doing? Welcome to Investigate, Navigate, when justice finds no rest. I am your host, Jedediah Brown. I am Jedediah Brown, aka Black, and I'm definitely happy to be here with you guys this morning. We're starting a little bit earlier because today we're going to have a guest introducing a new program that's hopefully going to be helping Illinois prisons, and we're going to talk about that later tonight. But I have a few things that I want to kind of sort of talk to you guys about this morning. Remember, this is an advocacy platform talking about the things that we are doing and working on and paying attention to. I want to ask somebody to do me a huge favor and take this broadcast and share it in all of the Harvey pages. I'm going to dedicate the first 10 minutes. Well, the first, 10 minutes. It's been 5 minutes now because we got that long introduction. But I'm going to invest the first 10 minutes of this broadcast specifically to the city that the national team of for the Coaches INA is focused on. As you should know by now, that is Harvey, Illinois. One thing that I've already shown y'all, but I'm gonna show you again. We put it in a short that you can go see on a reel on our page. But one of the things that I'm very happy about is, well, first of all, let me say this before I even get into all of that. How you doing, Harvey? Uh, Literally, I'm a student from Thornton Township High School. I went to high school. I spent my time there in the dean's office. Winnie Neal was my dean, and I have family that is in Harvey, Illinois. Um, I want to be very clear here because I'm intending to give this portion of the video to you. I am moving in a way that I believe. I'm not looking to become Harvey's advocate, Harvey's voice, Harvey's representation. I have met a countless number of residents. Some people know who I am. Some people don't. Some people don't know who I am. And for those of you all who don't know, as an advocate, I'm responding to a call or an invitation to address the plight of the city. And since I've gotten there, I was shocked because even though Harvey has been having some challenges for quite a while, it seemed to have deteriorated far worse than when I was a student at Thornton High School. And whenever I show up to a situation, it's not just because someone called me, but it's also because I believe that God has kind of given me the green light to go. And I kind of sort of try to see the mission through until I feel God leads me to some other place. And so that's really my full intent in Harvey. It is not to be your voice, to be your representation in the advocating sense. I'm not trying to get anything out of the city. And I want to be very clear here because even though it's nothing wrong with looking to live somewhere or looking to be a representative of somewhere or looking to financially prosper and or to be known and leave a legacy for something, but that is not my intent or my desire here. As soon as Harvey is back to where it needs to be, and I think that that will be my proof in what I'm saying, just like Dalton, I'm moving the hell on, going to the next assignment until God tells me that I can leave all of this stuff alone or behind me, or I'm up there with him, So with that being said, so my intent is, in the sense, it is as neutral as I can possibly make it. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I have some personal feelings since I've been there, but I try my best not to move biasly. I just try to move factually, and I always try my best to make those cases when I'm doing it. Thank you all for being here today. All of our resources for our members of For the Culture. Thank you for being here. But let's get into the weeds. If you didn't see it on our page, I'm very proud. For the Culture was a collaborative partner in helping the city of Harvey to get 200 hot meals. 200 hot meals this past weekend were given in the city of Harvey through Bethlehem Temple, a collaborated effort with the Islamic Relief Fund, Bethlehem Temple, the city of Harvey under the leadership of the mayor, Christopher Clark, and of course, my favorite organization, For the Culture. And this is one of the videos that was taken by my best friend, Sapab Hoare, who was the biggest piece of making this happen. But this is the presentation. Yay! Look at that receipts. Oh, let me make that bigger. I'm very, very So I'm very, very proud of this because 200 meals that were hot, that is something worth celebrating. Give me 1 second. Um, Give me 1 second. I do apologize. I need to. Okay. So I have a stalker. I have a stalker, as you all know. I have a stalker, and so you have a right. I've done some research. I've consulted my attorneys, and I'm very, very much so clear that I am good as it relates to we are not asking for anybody to do anything on my behalf. We are not sending any communication to anybody directly. I am under the rights of the Constitution expressing and sharing my personal experience and things that I'm going through. And as an advocate, I'm bringing awareness to some of the things that is kind of sort of being attempted to happen. And so I do have what I believe to be a stalker, and it is very strange to be stalked when, but it's something that I've kind of sort of had to become accustomed to since I've been a public figure, which is permitting most of my life. But this is a post that was made on September 18th. Says utilizing an unrelated event to further a scandalous agenda is truly unfortunate. These perpetrators and scam artists have no qualms about exploiting any situation, regardless of how unscrupulous your lack of legitimate involvement is in the event, is evident by your omission from the promotional materials. Furthermore, your questionable credibility and history of misconduct in the community raise concerns about your participation. It would be prudent for you to withdraw from this event. No one wants you. Your actions are perceived as disingenuous and detrimental to the community. Please know you will always be remembered as a traitor, an agent of chaos. Every dog has its day. Yours will end soon. The people are not dumb. Shut them down. So the last particular line, especially in light of Charlie Kirk's situation, causes great concern for us because it says that every dog has its day, yours will end soon. Sounds like an assertion. We also take that hyphen for chat GBT, and I'm not knocking it. Hey, get it however you get it. But we do know that this comment is a comment that we should be concerned about, and so we're going to continue to do everything that we can to make sure that that we are making the public aware of what's genuinely happening. But what I also hear is that it is not questionable who this is referred to because my name is listed in the hashtags as well as the organization. INA is fake. .ina. So that is an assertion of someone who is trying to make inroads with the city of Harvey. I don't know what the scandalous intent is or all of these other things, but we also noticed that there was another post, same page, by what I'm considered to being a stalker and harasser of mine. This is a group that sponsored the hot meal giveaway in Harvey. They hosted other events in the past in the Southland. And I think it's unfortunate that someone claims to facilitate such an event without acknowledging the organization that was truly behind it. Please watch closely. Truth crushed to earth will rise again. Also, agents of chaos will fail. They already are. Peace be unto all. And so we're not interested in internet back and forth and banter, but you do know that just so we can show you here is the Islamic Relief USA food group, which I'm very, very, very so So I'm very, very proud of the work that they're doing as it relates to feeding people. Give me 1 second. What did I do with it? Y'all, please give me a second because, again, as y'all know, I don't have a producer, so my stuff is not prepared or pre-prepped. But here is the flyer for that particular event to the people Harvey, to the people of Harvey. So I want you all to understand, and the reason why is because I travel extensively around the country. I'm not gonna always, people have people who you might meet somebody and they might seem nice and things of that nature, but we want to properly lay these things out. So if you look at the flyer that I shared on our page and the many pages several times, you see that the Islamic Relief USA Fund is there, the city of Harvey, Bethlehem Temple, the mayor of the city of Harvey. I want you to know that we had no desire for fame, but this is the things that happened to us and that have happened to us for so long, to where I don't necessarily always put my name on the things that I'm doing, and you don't know that I have a direct involvement with it. But I want to be very clear here, that I called my friend, which is Saba Apul, who is connected to a lot of wonderful projects. And I said, hey, I want to feed the people of Harvey, da da da. I want to make it big, and this, that, and the third. And when you have wonderful relationships, that you don't have to just always show, you able to just get them to do it. And literally, she did this in a week. She got it done in a week. But I want y'all to be clear here. It was not about anything else. So we literally said we are okay with not being on the flyer. The only reason why I'm sharing it is because the people are for the culture. You all help make things happen. And in the interest of transparency, since it's not just me, I think that it's something that we should share. I think it's something that we should let people know of. Now, let me take you back to the video that I showed you a moment ago, because Sabhapur, who is my friend, who I am very, very, very fortunate to have a wonderful relationship with, she on her page, her personal page, as you go, this is what she wrote: 200 hot meal giveaway in Harvey today. Ladies and gentlemen, what does that say? Thank you, Mr. Black _ Jedi, for helping us coordinate. You don't have to spend time going back and forth. And of course, this person's engagement is not such that I take it serious anyway. Not AI. This is laid out for the people of the city of Harvey. And I'm very, very proud to be a part of that and countless other things that are going on in the background. And so I make an assertion today that we did a great thing, and I'm happy. And you know what's also amazing is they kept saying, Jedediah, you should be on the flyer. You should be respected and represented. It's okay. I just want the people of the city of Harvey to eat. So there you go, the presentation of the facts. And that's how I want you all to understand that things get convoluted because people, they try to do their own things to put spins, but you can't hijack our narrative anymore. We have our own platform, and we'll continue to show people the truth as necessary. So there you go. That's happening. Now, I make this assertion because it is now a segue that is hard for me to often do, because I always want to believe in the good of humanity. But I have an issue in Harvey that I'm not letting go, because as I want you guys to always understand, I was invited to the city of Harvey by this alderwoman. This is Colby Chapman, who is one of Harvey's newest alderpersons. And I assert consistently, she is the one who asked me with a group of residents, a small group of residents, to come into the city in the first place. And what she wanted me to do was to expose the plight and of Harvey, and what she was saying was the corruption that was plaguing the city. When I got to the city, as I've explained countless times, as I began to do the research, I became concerned because I was being targeted because I wasn't pushing an agenda that I found to be disingenuous, in my personal opinion. Why are we here today? Because Colby Chapman, who has a group of people who have weaponized themselves against me, and people say, well, she's not responsible for what people who are supporting her do. Absolutely false. But we have been harassed, stalked, threatened, attempts to intimidate, tied up in the court systems, and so many other things because we have been expressing our findings. And it was way before we were ever able to come to a conclusion. When I was not clear about what Colby's role in all of this was, I went to her directly, and she made a internal insult towards me underneath in a very sneaky way, and I watched her orchestrate some things that are in the news, including her arrest, as a way to announce candidacy for mayor, and it was completely disingenuous. I am not going to benefit or be detrimentally impacted by her being elected because I don't live in Harvey. So there's no reason for me to lie, to spin, to manipulate. When I went to Harvey, and I have a proven track record of holding people accountable across the board, and I like the mayor of Harvey. I do not work for him. I have not sold my soul to him. We don't have a sexual relationship. We don't have a relationship outside of me getting to know him as the mayor. And I'm only saying those things because these was things that was put in the rumor mill. I'm going to be revving up, and I'm going to be showing you in a produced version a video of everything that I have experienced in the city of Harvey at the appropriate time. And I'm believing that it's going to shock you as much as it has disappointed me, because I believed that this woman was going to be a great elected official. My opinion has unfortunately shifted. And now let me tell you why. Not only because of the internal insult, her insulting me, and her encouraging those who were taking behavior to weaponize themselves against me by saying, keep fighting, as if there was something to fight. Knowing the brand and the activities, I was actually very unfortunately shocked and disappointed when her response was not to denounce certain acts, to denounce certain acts, and to make it clear that that's not the Harvey that they were trying to build. I was so shocked. But not totally, because I had seen things up to that moment where I was like, oh, wow, that's what we own. And I also, as I said before, I was shocked to learn that some of her fights, as the way she was presenting them, were not genuine, not credible. And so here it goes. It comes to a point where I need to assert things, because there was a woman who was connected to the alderwoman's intent to become the mayor, who said out of her mouth that the people of Harvey were, if for lack, I can't quote it, but I think she said they lacked a level of education or something of that nature. That woman was never required to acknowledge it or apologize. She just was able to go on as if she never said it. And I'm not desperate for no position that somebody's going to disrespect. That I'm going to disrespect, let somebody disrespect what I care about and it not be corrected, and you want to supposedly help me change it. And so what I'm asserting is that Colby Chapman has aspirations. And I think that she, in her aspirations, she's more concerned about those aspirations than she is about how she gets to where she aspires to be. And in the political spectrum, as a political advocate, I want you to know that that is dangerous. And it could be a silent killer if you're not paying attention. And so, as we always do, we pay attention. Now, if that's what happens in the build up, it gives you an indication of what you would expect if they was able to obtain that role. And so let me give a little bit of more context here. Give me 1 second. Where is it at? Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I want to give you a little more context. 4 days ago, I think it was 5 days ago, 4 or 5 days ago, within the last week, Colby Chapman, and this is me doing this because I don't feel like I had any other option. So I had to show certain things. I got to unfortunately make my case. I'm advocating in the city. I'm investing in the city. I'm doing things sacrificially and leading my organization to be there for the city. And if I'm going to, and I'm doing what she asked me to do. That's why we're clear now. Hey, if we find out that if we find the problem and it don't matter what you said, understand we're still going to say what the problem is. But they did a cleanup in the community. And although I'm blocked from her page, and no, I'm not a stalker, but good governance requires me to look at everything. It says gratitude to the city of Harvey Public Works Department for hauling away over 1,000 pounds of debris during our second ward cleanup effort, picked up by Fourth Ward Alderman Tracy Key. Thank you to the Harvey Police Department for ensuring safety and smooth operations throughout the day. Well, ladies and gentlemen, like it or not, it is saying to me that the city's services are doing their job and they're proud of them and they're grateful for them. So if we be clear here, the city services are governed by the mayor. So it doesn't take away anything to say the city of Chicago, the city of Harvey's Public Works and the police department under the direction of the mayor. But of course, she wouldn't do that. She's running against the guy for the seat. But I want to put that in perspective. That cleanup effort, although I don't see him in any of these videos, and I don't know if he was or wasn't there, I would assume that he wasn't. That's the mayor. He's leading those efforts. That means Park Public Works cleans up every day, and it takes nothing away from additional efforts from a community member. So I think that this is, in a sense, great, but that's just my perspective. I'm always doing but it says this is the power partnership, neighbors, city departments, and community leaders coming together to restore pride in the city of Harvey. Now, my best friend walked in the door, and I'm always on this thing whenever they show up. My bad. Lunch break. Give me a second, y'all. Bear with me. So far, everything is great. Oh Lord, how you? So I have this Apple computer, and Apple is not as easy for me to use as my other one. So it takes me a little more time to get stuff done. Window. So here goes. Here go a point. So this is a nice looking group of people. It's a nice group of people. I ain't hating. I was like, okay. I'm dead. This is a nice group of people. It's a nice group of people. And I'm like, okay, this is great. This is an army. And it's a wonderful thing. But obviously, in everything that you do, and you can't see it on this particular image on my screen, maybe, but if you look at the bottom of this banner, it says World Mission Society Church of God in Chicago, Illinois. Okay. Now, when you are working or trying to do things in government, you have to be careful about what you open your community, district, region, whatever your sphere of influence is, you must be careful about what you open it up to. And so, one of the things that I want to say to y'all is that we have brought people to the city of Harvey, and your mayor has done a very effective, efficient, thorough job of being very committed to not just letting anybody come in and do stuff. He wants it to be quality. And so I've watched them vet people, and I'm trying to tell y'all without, I know, I understand people like, oh, are you trying to put up on one and put down another? I'm just trying to tell you the truth as I've experienced it and I'm seeing it. Your mayor is vetting people and stopping just anybody from coming in your city and moving around any kind of way. Regardless of what the rumors are, it's just simply not true. And there are people who have been brought to the city that they're like, no, we good. And then there's people who have been brought to the city and say, okay, that is the type of corporate partner or business or project or individuals we want. And then this is what I love. They would say, because Harvey will, I listened to Clark say this so many times, Harvey will not be the place that just anybody can continue to come and just do anything. I love when he says that, because he said, please don't disturb my city governance with things that is not aligned with getting us out of the position we are in. For example, there was a person, and this is not the mayor, but there was a person who we brought to the city of Harvey who wanted to open up a ranch. And the city, not the mayor, city department said, well, if we open up a ranch and there's a space, then there is, if I'm not mistaken, what was it again? Because I can't even remember fully at the moment. So I don't want to misrepresent it, but I think there was like rodents. They don't want a rodent issue. They don't want manure smells or something like that, and they want something that's going to really be able to help the city get out of its crisis by not taking up space that could be utilized for viable businesses that would add to the tax base. And we wasn't offended. They was like, okay, well, this ain't the place to hold the ranch. So that person who was a friend of mine moved on. But there are other things that are coming that I'm very proud of. But I was like, okay, we sat down and the city was like, nope, we good. We working too hard to get out of this. We good. We ain't just taking anything. We good. I love they was like, look, we're working hard. We're not desperate. Okay. And I didn't think of it like the way that they said it, but I was like, dang. So when I went to another city with my friend that's a ranch, I was like, yeah, about that rodents and all of these things, da 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 da. And it was like, well, it might be better fitting in Monique, who got all this land, or places out there like that, who got all this land for your friend to have this ranch, this, and this is another thing. They didn't care about how much money they had. See, that's good. That's good. It's what I'm trying to basically spell out for you. And I respect them for that. So anyway, you said you want to be a person that is going to get Harvey out of the rut it's in. So now let me say this while I'm advocating to get Harvey's to where it needs to be. If you're going to be a government official, if you genuinely want to bring quality to your city, then you got to be able to take the time to vet the information and process it before you get there. And so here we go. Somebody in the comments mad. Gloria Clemens is mad. And I ain't got to lie. Too many receipts. It ain't that serious for me. So you just do a simple research of the group. And then on Reddit, this is interesting. I recently was baptized in World Mission Society Church of God, but I want to leave immediately after what I've discovered. Hello, dear friends. I was just invited to the World Mission Society Church of God because I expected that I would be only teaching about the Bible. Then I got a good time learning about the Bible with their local church leader and recruiter. After he was done teaching about the Bible, he directly told me that I needed an immediate baptism. I wasn't expecting that. And I only came for the teaching about their Bible because I'm kind of interested at first. They really forced me to do an immediate baptism to save my soul. And it seems that they wouldn't allow me to go home if I'm not baptized. So I followed them. I signed the baptismal form paper, wrote my name, my phone number, my address to get baptized, and then went home. But after that, I found some information that they were a cult-like religious institution or religious organization. They were forcing their members to cut ties with the family, doing an oppressive ties, sex trafficking, and forcing their members to live in the shared housing and communes. This made me scared and immediately want to leave. My question is it a cult? Da, 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 da. Now, this is not something that I created. This is a simple Google search. That's why I'll start. But then someone says none of their beliefs line up with Christian theology. They believe their founder is Christ. Run as far from the organization as you can. They believe their founder is Christ. I've never heard of this organization before. Yes, it is a cult. Leave immediately. Don't look back. Don't try to maintain connections except to invite them to Bible-believing church. Pastor Mike outlines the Bible basis for very unbiblical teachings in this video. There go a video. Follow your gut, don't return. They're a legit cult. They won't kill you. They just want your money. You do not want no crazy spirits entering into your body. Upon the baptism, just run for the hills. No church, no Christian church will ever force you to be baptized. Sounds like the devil runs a church, the thief cross. They aren't involved in any sex trafficking. However, they are a cult organization, and I advise you to stay away. I was in the church for 10 years. They definitely took a lot of your time. Church all day Saturday, preaching on Sunday, 1 hour on Tuesday, and preaching the Bible study on Wednesday and Thursday, and cleaning on Friday to prepare for the Sabbath. They convince you to leave friends behind if they don't agree to come. They teach you that your parents aren't as important as father and mother, and they celebrate the biblical feast. They take a lot of your time as well. You won't have time to spend with your children and your spouse. And on top of that, you are tithing on every pay period you have along with additional offerings. They suck the life out of you. They drain your pockets. Do not join. And you can continue to read on Reddit where people are inserting their experience with the church. Gloria, what was I lying about? So these are people who are given their real life experience. This church comes out of South Korea, and we have done a level of vetting and research. And what is my point? Y'all, they clean up. Oh, wait. Oh, by the way, Gloria, did you know that when Tracy Keys was up there talking about not having the funds for his thing, we committed to give $250, I think, every meeting or something like that, all the way up to $1,000. And then when I tried to give it, we haven't been able to do so because for some reason it's logistically harder than it should be. I'm just finding that to be strange. Gloria, did you know that I don't have to do this? I'm not going to go back and forth with Gloria. You can do whatever you want to do because I'm going to be clear here. I'm going to put the facts out. I'm going to put my experience out. This is what I want to tell you personally. You get what you vote for. And I just want to be able to say that I told you guys my experience. I'm not trying to make you believe anything one way or another, but great, do what you think is best in your consciousness, but please don't come on my platform disrespecting me. I'm not disrespecting you, but I do know one thing. It would have been fine for a lot of people if I would just came on here Clark bashing and giving that very small group a little credibility, which they just obviously have proven to not deserve from Jedediah Brown or the For the Culture INA family. And I'm going to continue to put out facts. That's all I've done this whole live stream. Yes, I have brought several people to the city of Harvey with the hopes of investing in them. We also have great developers who we're working with now to try to get them to come to Harvey, but it's hard to get them to build in the city of Harvey because of the property taxes that affect the region. But I want you all to know there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I am a very, very, very fervent fighter, and I believe that God is going to cause those doors to open. But we didn't lie about anything. I showed you guys the food giveaway, and I want to tell you guys today that that is the first of many amazing things that's getting ready to come to the city of Harvey. I hate that we're not in the warmer months, but we're still going to do everything that we're going We're still going to do everything that we're going to do and serve the city of Harvey the best we can, even while it's cold and freezing. And then you guys will see Gloria don't know who I am to be coming disrespectful like that with me. But we're not going to go back and forth. I'm going to just keep on doing the work, and I'm gonna keep on producing and showing the receipts. So what is my assertion in this? That when you care about your community, you at least will do the research before you put up the banner of an organization. But if you're just trying to basically look like you got a bunch of people and you don't genuinely care about the core of what is happening and what you're inviting into your neighborhood, that's when you have gaps like this. And so I guess INA would want to ask the Colby Chapman another question. Who is running your campaign? Why would you bring a coat into, or a accused, alleged coat, where people all over the internet are actually speaking to not these foolish rumors that people are saying, like, I'm not worried about if they get resources. You have to have resources to build. I'm not worried about their teaching, saying you need to be baptized. But I'm worried about if they're telling people to leave their families, to have to live in a certain space, keeping them in meetings all day, restricting their liberties, isolating them, inundating them with a certain type of ideology, and driving them into a place where they are not free, but of course are controlled. If these are the types of assertions about a group, then that will cause me to question if I want to invite them in the community. But now they are now in your community, visible, which means that they have an opportunity to reach your constituents. And in one end, you got a great photo picture of you cleaning the community with people who may be not so good for the community. And so I'm saying that as an advocate, and also saying it as a investigative researcher, because we've looked into this quite deeply, and I'm concerned. I wish y'all didn't block Georgia. Stop blocking people right away. Well, you can't disrespect me. My minds ain't going for it. We'll let you have your discourse. But with that being said, I was gonna move on. But Gloria, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to be heard, because I don't want you to be blocked. Because if what you could do right now, is push me. You can push me, because I got receipts for days. I just been waiting. But you can push me today so I can show you some stuff that might blow your mind. You could call me today, and actually you can make this an amazing broadcast, because I was finna leave Harvey and go on to something else. But 319-527-2093. You can call in. You won't overtalk me. You won't disrespect me. But you can tell me about what I'm lying about, because I'm going to put this video in all of Harvey's pages. I may even snippet this portion out so that they can have this directly. But Georgia, give me a call so that I can be pushed to release this other receipt that I got in the chamber, because I think this one is interesting. But yeah, ooh, I love it. One thing that I will be clear about, even as I move forward as the commander of one of the greatest organizations there will be, is that we are not to be played with. Also, if you don't know, we have given the fees to Trustee Tamika Price for the filing against the president of the Harvey Park Library Board, Anthony McCaskill, who vacated her seat unlawfully. And guess what? When we win that lawsuit, we would have helped obtain another victory for the city of Harvey. No march and no protest, just BDE and bullshit from an amazing family for the culture. All right, Gloria, we're waiting on you. 319-527-2093, or anybody else. Oh, Gloria is unblocked. Well, I'm pretty sure you'll be too cowardice maybe to come on, but you can now come on there. You can completely tell us how we lied so that we can give those facts. Remember, Jedediah will say one thing when I have a million more things to say, but you should do your research before you come at me, for real. I just really mean it. So, yeah. Oh, so then why are you talking good about Clark? Because the truth is the truth for me. Clark is actually very smart. When you meet him personally, he's very personable. I had the pleasure of meeting his mother. He's extremely respectful and loving of her. I've seen him negotiate things for your city. He does not play. He is not looking for any bribes to cut any deals, and he actually negotiates extremely intentional for the betterment of the city. The city is broke, and he is managing the city in the condition that it is in, I think, in a strong way. And I've learned to not let the complainers be the ones who sum up a person's character. And now that I have had the opportunity to really get into the weeds of Harvey, I think Clark is a wonderful mayor. And I'll say it on any platform, on the hills and the mountaintops, in anybody's face. But I won't just say it as a matter of opinion. I got receipts. Give it some time. Oh, by the way, it is my understanding that Mayor Christopher Clark took those hot meals and he went door to door, knocking on residents' doors, giving those things away. And I ain't seen, I mean, and I hope that they did. If they did, I hope they did, and I hope they release it. But I ain't even seen no video. Who cares you met his mother? He is crooked, and so are you. Okay, man. So that is probably somebody who. So did you want to speak to any facts, or you just wanted to give a baseless claim? You got to be able to speak more specific. You're literally sitting here with a person telling you to say how. My phone line is open. Could you spell it out? We'll wait. I could give the people, say, I don't like this. I don't know. I don't agree with it. Can you give me more information? But to just come out like that just shows these people are grasping for straws. They don't have any substance. They can't point out to anything that they can't point out to anything that's factual. As I said to you before, many people have gotten restraining orders against me, and they keep losing these cases. All right. Okay. Well, we will do what we always do, and we will make sure that the truth gets out, and it is going to be done in the appropriate way. It's so easy to point fingers at the mayor because he's at the helm and obviously responsible for everything that's going on in the city. So I think that some people's frustration is because also they don't know how government works, and they have not done. And I figured that out quite a bit in Harvey too. They have not done a good job of getting understanding of certain systems and things that are happening. Somebody will get a ticket. You try with that BS with people who don't know who you are and what you have done. This woman is at least doing something. What has he promised you? Meg, nothing. He doesn't have anything to give me. Meg, that woman has literally, as I have said, weaponized a group of people against me because I was trying to figure things out. That woman lied about the house that the elderly woman was living in. That woman has literally put spins and manipulations. And when you say that she's doing something, I wonder why. What are you talking about? She has not been found to have taken care of any issue substantially. And since she was elected, she has not put in one piece of legislation in Harvey's board meetings. How can you say that she's doing something? See, that's the thing. You don't know what help looks like. So you just think anything is help. I just showed you a whole alleged cult in your community. Oh, at least we cleaning up. Public Works does that every single day. So I'm not just speaking just to speak. I have been threatened, harassed. I have been tied up in court, so many other things. And I asked her just for a perspective or an opinion, and she reinforced it. I also know some other stuff that you ain't ready for. So watch your mouth, because you can't you just really just discounted yourself. How am I corrupt? And you say, well, what did he? That's the thing about fools. You're corrupt. How am I corrupt? Well, what did they give you? Huh? What did they promise you? What did you ask for? Make it make sense. Maybe you're the uneducated person that the woman in her camp was talking about. Try that with somebody who don't know you. So have you. No one cares about your beef with her. You would be better served focuses on you. You forget we've watched you do the very thing that you're claiming other people have done to you. As an advocate, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I will whoop your ass if I need to defend myself. I will cuss you out because I talk my talk. But you know what? I don't lie. I don't manipulate. I don't spin. Meg, you're right. I've talked shit about her knocked ass knees. But I've also done that when she disrespected me, calling me Daryl Eugene Coleman as an attempt to incite and disrespect me. So what are you talking about? See, I could get up here and I could talk my truth, and you started everything that you got your into. Stop acting like you're the victim. Who's acting like a victim? Okay, somebody do me a favor. If Meg's next comment makes no sense, delete that whole, because I don't deal with that foolishness. I've never acted like a victim. Even when I had a whole fight that was viral, I said, hey, I'm not shocked. They did what they did. I do disrespect people who are disrespectful and deserve it. But overwhelmingly, the rest of my life is about respect, uplifting people, unity. Again, see, I can say these things. So you have said nothing, Meg, that have pointed me to being a corrupt person. You just showing I'm a real nigga who does community work. And on that note, goodbye, Meg. Have a good day. We'll see you on your next fake page. So these things that I've given are the facts. Oh, and by the way, you know what I was reminded of when I just met Keisha McCaskill? And mind you, again, I just had a meeting with Keisha McCaskill. And she said something that I thought was very interesting. She said, Jedediah, I remember you during the election when Albert Abney was running for the mayor of the city of Harvey. I don't even know if y'all even know that I was involved with that. There was a guy that was running for mayor of Harvey named Albert Abney, and I'm the guy who was fighting his candidacy. And she says, I remember you and I supported you. And we had this conversation. About the things that I've done in Harvey that I forgot about. This isn't my first rodeo. I do so much, I be forgetting. And it was like, and then some of the residents that came up to me and said, we remember you when Albert was running for mayor. And we remember that you told the truth. And we remember that people was mad at you for telling it. But thank you for doing it. The woman that was his mistress, she ended up still being in government in the city of Harvey. I can't remember her name, but she just popped up recently. I don't do this stuff because I'm corrupt. I do this stuff because I'm real. Truth hurts, and I get it. But yes, and by the way, Meg, thank you for saying something. You said, oh, you done it too. So you saying that you believe that Colby did these things and you okay with it because you like Colby. So if I did it too, that means she did it. But she's the one that want to be your mayor. And by the way, I'm the only one who consistently reached across the aisle while being disrespected. I'm the only one who kept asking questions without making assertions or taking a position. And I'm the only one who's producing big dick energy in this city because don't nobody else want to do shit for Harvey. And I'm saying that as a matter of fact, not opinion. I spend more time fighting to get people to even look in the direction of the city than I do coordinating things to get things done. And so we're now in a place where we literally got to pull up our bootstraps and whatever we can get it done for the city of Harvey, because the rest of the city and the rest of the state have pretty much written y'all off. Yeah. Try that for truth. And your mayor, by the way, is advocating fiercely for a lot of people to do a lot of things for Harvey, but people are not doing it because they don't think you're worth it. They just don't got the balls to tell you what they tell me on the phone directly or in my face. We're not doing it in Harvey. Harvey is lawless. Harvey ain't got nothing coming. Property taxes too high. Harvey is dirty. Harvey ain't worth being in. Ain't nobody coming to Harvey. Harvey will never get better. Those people don't want nothing for themselves. That's the things that people literally say about your city. And then here I go saying, no, Harvey on the come up. Harvey is rising. Harvey world is tough. So sit down, Meg. Oh, let me also tell you this. When you're the when you're the leader of the the youthful part of an organization that literally is connected to a state senator that runs funds, then guess what? You shouldn't have a 141 deficit where you have not been able to deliver anything. But I'm pretty sure you'll start seeing things attempt to try to come up during election season. But they actually could be doing things to basically make your life quality better now, because she literally organizes with the state senator. Oh, wait a minute. And the supervisor of one of the largest townships that there is. Oh, there goes some truth for you. I wish you would push me because I want to talk a lot of talk. I'm actually just holding back. They could do it now and not just utilize doing good things for you during election season to make a difference. Imagine that. Imagine somebody feeding you so that you can, ooh, let me shut up. Let me pause. Let me pause. Let me pause. All right. I literally just sat here and waited for something that'll never come. And that is a righteous debate. I'm on my Charlie Kirk energy right now. I said you could debate me. I said you can come and tell me where I'm lying, but you can't. And even when you make your assertions, you just mad because truth is coming out. All right. How did the hot meal for Harvey turn out? It was amazing. In the sense that, if I'm not mistaken, that they literally took meals door to door to residents in the city. And the mayor and the people who are all a part of the collaborative, they door knocked and delivered hot meals. And I think that they said people was extremely grateful for that. I did not personally attend because I've been away doing some other business, but I'm very proud of what took place. Um, all right, moving forward. We got our winner for September. Y'all, Investigate and Advocate is getting ready to give away $1,000. Wait, no. We're getting ready to give away $1,100. And we may end up giving away $1,200. I'm in a process with our governing board where we may be giving away a total of $1,200. And what that looks like is we're not giving away, but we're going to be sewing up to 1,200. Right now, we're sewing $1,100. I ain't getting myself in no trouble, but we may end up sewing $1,200, and I'm going to tell you how. So the winner for the I've Got Five on the project has been confirmed. And I'm not going to tell you all specifics. I'm just going to give you guys overview. So the person for August, it is a mother that we're going to be traveling to the state where she's at. She is not in Illinois, and we're going to be giving her $500. But we're trying to figure out how to do it in a big way. Her children's father was tragically taken out of here senselessly to gun violence. And they were in a trial, or they're in a court process with trial, but she had also just went through surgery. So when we were scheduled to pop up on her, those things got in the way, and she just kind of sort of been taking a lot of hits. But what's interesting is the person who nominated her and how they're connected into this story. And so we're going to be going to bless her with $500. With $500, we do have the resource already. So no, I'm not calling for anybody to contribute to that. And then now for the month of September, there is a young girl that have been going through a very rough time, and it has affected some things with her as a person, and she has overcome some stuff. If you are a member for the culture, you're going to know who that person is inside of our membership space. But it is a young girl in school that have gone through some things that young people go through, and some of it is heartbreaking. But what I am so very excited about is that her school, has approved for us to come into the school, and we're going to celebrate and surprise this young lady who is overcoming a very tough space. And we're going to give her $500 The other two is going to be given to some other people, but I'm not going to tell you what that is as of yet. You will see it on the screen when we deliver it. The other one that's been approved and the other one that I'm working on getting approved. Is going to go to some people. You'll see it on the screen, and I'll talk about that at a later time. But for this month, we are positioned to give away up to $1,200 with 1,100 of it already approved by our governing board, and I'm very excited about that. And both of these people, no, but the other one is in the state of Illinois. So I'm happy about that because I don't got to buy flights and hotels and rental cars and all that stuff and transport people and equipment. But for the one in August, we will. Very happy to be doing that. I've got 5 on it. It's coming, and it's coming in a major way. And then the last thing that I want to say to y'all is this. I lost my energy. I'm tired now. Give me 1 second. I showed you guys a video. And I want to show it to you again. I wanted to find this young lady, and I want to thank the people of For the Cultures investigation squads because I found her. We got her. If you didn't see this.
Okay, good afternoon. Tell me your name, please.
Hi, Judge. My name is Amara Leah Bryan.
Okay, hi. You're here for initial appearance. You had a failure to appear for a petty theft. Your bond is currently set at $500.
There was an offer made to Ms. Bryan of an adjudication credit cost investigation to OPD in the amount of $339.70, and there's a no return to target at 4650 Millennia Plaza Way.
She would like to accept the state's offer and enter a plea of no contest.
Okay, Ms. Bryan. Did she swear in already? Can you raise?
Solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're going to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes. Oh, yes, Judge.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. So, ma'am, I've been handed a plea form with your name on it. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yes, it is. I signed it just now.
Okay, did anyone force, threaten, or coerce you into signing the plea form?
No.
Okay, and so you understand by signing this, you'd be giving up your right to go to trial and to contest the charges in this case?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And I have to tell you, if you're not a U.S. citizen, you could be deported based upon this plea. I tell everybody that. Are you aware of that?
Oh, but I am.
That's great.
Oh, yes.
Okay. And you're thinking clearly today? You understand what we're doing here?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Great. I'll find that you are alert and intelligent and represented by counsel. I'll accept your plea of no contest to the charge of petty theft. I'll sentence you to credit for time served. You have 1 day.
It's 50.
I'm sorry, 50. You have 50 days time served. I'll adjudicate you guilty. You'll also have to pay a cost of investigation of $339.70 to Orlando Police Department. You're not to return to the target at 4650 Millennia Plaza Way.
Okay, I'll just play it like that. I'll leave it at that. But anyway, you guys, we have been able to find this young lady. I don't know the fullness of her story. I will be traveling to Orlando to make connection with her and those who are around her. And then I'm also reaching out to Target. We do not have any dedicated resource, but we're trying to reach out to Target because they've been having quite a bit of bad press anyway, and they could use some good press. But we're reaching out to Target in hopes of getting them to basically turn this unfortunate moment into a beautiful moment as it relates to the larger community and the society. She was told that she cannot go back to Target, but maybe we can get Target to come to her. We also have reached out to the Orlando Police Department that affect this arrest. I'm now working on getting the identification of the officer who did it. She is accused of a petty theft. We're trying to understand why. she needed to steal and all of that. She pled guilty, so she did it. But there is a level of sweetness here. But after having experienced what I experienced in Harvey, sweetness don't convince me no more. So we're going to try to get down to the weeds of this and figure out what the particulars of it is. And then For the Culture intends to hopefully be a great community partner and contributor and do something for this young lady. So I will be traveling to Orlando. So yes, I got a lot of stuff to do. I'll be moving around quite a bit to try to basically see if we can help with that. I'm pretty sure our stalkers will be making phone calls and trying to sabotage. We okay. We ain't worried about it. But yes, if you believe in the work of INA, you see the intent that we're trying to do, you consistently see that we're delivering, you can contribute one of those ways listed below. If you want it to be something specific, you can write down what it's for, and we are going to do what we've always done, what we continue to do, and that's get stuff done. With that being said, I'll take 5 questions, and then after that, we're going to open the doors of the church. We are at 84 members. We're at 84 members. At the end of this broadcast, I'm going to be announcing who our CEO is. Very excited about the work that we are planning to accomplish. Our new CEO, if you did not know, yeah, sweetness is not an indicator of being genuine. So before we even try to do anything, I'm going to figure this out as much as I can. And then I'll let you all know what we're going to do. But one thing that I am happy about, it wasn't that hard when you really pay attention, but we were able to find her, and that's great. I'm excited about that. This video has touched a lot of people, but I don't want to leave it where it's at. This should be this kind of stuff. I don't even understand why people don't just move and do something about. But we're going to do it, or we're going to try to. 5 questions. I've talked about quite a few bit of things. I was just wondering if anyone knows the young lady took from Target. It seems she may be a little, and I mean that respectfully. Yeah, I think that is, well, she seems to be very sweet. And, but I don't want to speak to her mental state. I want to try to get the facts as best we are able to. And it's not that we want to celebrate criminality. I just think that in society, we got to be careful. Criminality comes by laws that are written, but laws on paperwork aren't discerning. And we should have judgment. We should have proper judgment. And so I don't see a lady that doesn't deserve a deeper dive. But 50 days in jail? Oh my God. And I know oh my God, 50 days in jail is crazy. For a petty theft? Oh, hell no. 50, you know what? In self-defense, I done had to bust eye sockets. I ain't even been up in there 50 days. Okay, it's just concerning about how people in the prison could have taken advantage of this young lady. Yeah, that's one of the things that I'm talking about. Petty theft is crazy, 50 days. Why all the time? Court appointed attorney, I'm not sure. 4 more questions. It's in Orlando, Florida. So at least I get to get some sun, but I definitely, and that's what I want people to know. Like, we're paying for all of this stuff. People who have been charged with child neglect has gotten probation. But she was up in there waiting for trial. Orlando, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, it doesn't look like there's any questions for me. I've said a lot. I'm pretty sure that I've made some people mad. I want them to know I don't give a damn. What is your agenda for the day? We doing a late night live. Yeah, I have a a show that we broadcast tonight about a program that's being introduced, and I'm actually supposed to be off of this on my way to the airport so that I could be at the Harvey meeting. But since I didn't put this out online, Cook County don't even give nobody 50 days when it comes to petty theft. Since I put this out online about my sentiments about what we have discovered about the coat cleaning. And by the way, the alleged code, we appreciate all efforts to clean up any community. We're for a community. But that's funny as hell. The alleged coat cleaning. The coat cleaning based on people's testimony. Hello, Jed and commentators on one on time live, maybe delayed via phone. I'm here. You know, I still can't believe that a person would say you're corrupt, and then when you ask them what are you corrupt, they say, what did you do? You're dumb. How do I know it? Because you just made an assertion without any evidence to an investigative advocating channel. What am I supposed to be doing? Oh, yeah, I'm supposed to be on my way to the airport so I can get on this plane so I could be in Harvey. But I don't think I'm going to Harvey today. I think I'm going to stay where the hell I'm at because I got too much going on. What y'all think? Should I go to Harvey or no? I'm literally, if you think I should just get on this plane and get to Harvey, put a 1. If you think that I should just stay where I'm at, because I got other stuff to do, I would have to fly out directly anyway within the next 72 hours. I could save that flight. I don't think I'm going. I don't care what y'all say. Forget it. Never mind. I'm not going. I'll watch it on the YouTube. I always think I'll go watch it today because if I'm not mistaken, Harvey don't even play their meetings directly, and I ain't going to get no view nowhere else. Oh, but y'all know they finna be mad than the motherfucker. But they can't say I lied. Okay. With that being said, the new CEO, let me get a picture real quick. As a matter of fact, nope. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let everybody get their mad ass energy out, and then we'll celebrate. Then I was gonna tell you, no, just say handle your business. Nope. I'm not gonna tell y'all who the CEO of For the Culture, the new CEO of For the Culture is right now, because we want to let them be mad as hell and do all that. And then we'll follow it up with a celebration. We'll follow it up with a celebration, and then we're still waiting on 100 members, but we're not going to stop progressing as a organization. So if you're somebody on here and you want to join arms with me in making a difference in this here world, we are moving away from YouTube and into real life. Very happy about that. That was what one of our leaders said today. They said, I think we're outgrowing the YouTube space. I said, yeah, I kind of sort of feel that as well. As people are joining our organization and we're doing so much stuff, it's like, okay, I'll still probably come on here and do soft touches, but we ain't worried about it. So yes, if you want to be connected in real life and you want to help us to make a difference in the country, then I want you to join For the Culture. You can do that on YouTube, but we will not be there we would not be we would not be here long. We would not be here long. You want Jimmy Kimmel's job? Hell no. I am nowhere near funny for that. The new CEO is Larry Bird. Who is that? The basketball player? I think I missed that joke. Oh, I get it. Never mind. I get it. Never mind. I ain't going down that road. I'm being obedient to the Lord. To the Lord. See, you trying to be an evil influence right now. I'm going to reject it. I'm gonna resist this devil that he may flee. I'm gonna resist the devil on that one. Okay, so yes, but there's another thing that is happening. So we're moving forward. The organization is moving forward. So all of our Chicago members are finna get a call because we're finna announce our first chapter that's forming in INA. And we're gonna have, I know these are like a lot of y'all, but look at all these titles, but it's national. So I'm the commander. The person in second in the organization is called the CEO. So as the commander, I set the tone, the policies, I direct all the resources that we have. I'm in charge of the full organization. I'm moving around the country getting the work done. The CEO will primarily probably handle headquarters and the business, as well as do things in the country when I'm not able to do it, or in the organization as a whole. Then you have a national team. These are the directors who make up our cabinet and our team to help make sure we are effective and set the standard for the organization. Our boss is the board. The board literally has about 16 people now, and they govern the organization. They set the bylaws, the rules, and the structure. That's my boss. So if you want to speak to my supervisor, find the board. And so then you have, and I wasn't doing that to the board, I'm doing that to the complainants. Find my boss. So anyway, the board is the authority of the standards set for the organization. I have to submit a bills list. Ain't that funny? And so one of the things that was happening on the last board meeting, because I think they're doing it the way they're doing it right now, but when the chairperson calls for a vote, they're supposed to call the roll. Call the roll. Then the clerk's supposed to call people's name out, then they vote. But anyway, then you have the board. So now the next level of organizing this amazing national family that we have is going to be the establishment of a chapter. So the chapter is going to have a president and a vice president and a team. Isn't that awesome? This is real. And so we're getting ready to work on our first chapter and for the culture. And a chapter president is getting ready to be named. And they're going to be doing the work because our first chapter, as the commander, this is the kind of stuff I get to do, we're going to be putting in the city of Chicago. Yay! And as people continue to join, they'll be put into the appropriate chapter based on where they geographically live. There's an army rising up. There's an army rising up. There's an army rising up to break every chain, break every chain, break every chain. I don't know. I'll be watching when people sing, and I don't know if moving their lips make them help make the sound, but I guess it does. There it is. All right, y'all. Hope I said something that added value to your life. And thank you for watching this hour and 19-minute broadcast. I am an American citizen with the full rights to have an opinion and to fight for my opinion. Colby Chapman. And it ain't got nothing to do with, nope. Nah. See y'all at the next cold cleaning. We will be passing out vials of blessed oil and holy water.
Yo. Can I get in on this? I want another one, two. 1, 2. Oh, you thought it was through. This was just one assignment, boo. Judge checking with God, getting next instructions. You need an advocate, reach out, he might be coming.
This young black king needs no introduction. When he shows up, haters hate seeing him coming.
And no, he's not Malcolm, he's not Martin either. He got his own style.
Ja-da-da, yeah, we see ya. This crew, they not looking for the credit. Advocates on the move. This crew, shifting the atmosphere. Advocates on the move.
And when he comes through, you know they coming too. Hey yo, INA, where you at? What it do? They got receipts, they got them files. They gone investigate an advocate, holding it down.
And when it comes to intel, you know they showing out. You're smiling in Jed's face.
Hold up, check that file. Don't run up on them either, they always in the crowd. INA got his back, you don't know when they around.
This crew, they not looking for the credit. Advocates on the move. This crew, shifting the atmosphere. Advocates on the move.
And then there's Jed's mother, you know she gon' speak. She praying for the people, prophesying what she see.
Jed, God got you covered, he's holding you down. He's showing you his favor, his mercy, his power.
So always stay humble, give God your best. Remember you're a man, ain't no S on your chest. You know where